Yeah, they were really wound up about that.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. I'll call the Dalton Township Planning Commission meeting for May 28, 2024 to order. Start off with roll call. Dave, I am here. Jesse? Here. Todd? Here. Lee? Here. John? Here. Casey?
Here.
And Kevin is excused. Any changes for the agenda? Someone would like to make a
Make a
motion?
motion to approve the agenda.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we will move forward. Next up, we have the approval for the minutes for the April 23rd work session, the April 30th meeting, and the resolution SU 24-03 and the resolution SU 24-04. That's a good question. Can they be individual or together? All right, we'll do them together. I think that's pretty quick. Anything?
Abstaining, Steve, since I wasn't here for the meeting.
Yeah, you would.
So if we weren't there for the meeting, we have to abstain.
From the.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I think we have to do them somewhat separate because John wasn't at the work session, but Jesse wasn't at the meeting, so.
What, session?
Right, he was at the work
Yeah.
session, but at the meeting.
You want to do the work session and before to approve the meeting minutes altogether.
Gotcha, so they just can abstain from it. Okay.
If you weren't at the meeting, you can abstain.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from April 20th work session, April 30th meeting, and resolution SU 24-03 and 04.
We'll do a roll call vote. Dave? Yes. Jesse?
Abstain.
Todd? Yes. Lee?
Yes.
John? And Casey?
Yes.
Minutes. All right, next up we have public comment, and this is for anything. We have some agenda items down below that we'll give opportunities for, if you're here for a specific thing down, a lot of new business and things. So if you're here for that, your time will be to explain what you're looking for at that time. This is just a public comment for 3 minutes. If you'd like to offer any suggestions, feedback, anything, go ahead and open that up at 6:04. I think everyone is pretty much here for agendas, items down below, so I'll go ahead and close that at 6:04. All right, we do have our item tonight for public hearing. We have the draft ordinance for home occupations and home-based businesses. All right, I will open up the public comment for that at 6:05. Anyone here with feedback for that particular item? I will again close the public hearing, or the public hearing at 6:05. Any board discussion? We've taken this one long ways. Here to be everything that we discussed and the changes were made. Anyone would like to make a motion?
I have a question, real quick. The home-based, or the home occupation, does that require any sort of look over from you at all? Or it just exists by itself?
It typically would require a zoning permit.
Okay, but that's nothing, like, the business, the home-based business needs a special land use, but the other one is just something you would completely handle?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Just more like a permitted use.
Okay.
I have a question pertaining to this ordinance. Let me ask it this way. Suppose somebody sells little bundles of firewood. They have signage. And it's a built bin in front of the street, driveway, whatever. When does it become a business? I mean, is there a, it's ambiguous, but you see a lot of those little lemonade stands, so to speak. Some of them get a little crazy with signage. And I don't know. I'm not trying to pick on anything or split hairs. I just wonder about that.
Typically handle those as roadside stands, which if it's 32 square feet or less, doesn't require anything for special land use.
I'm sorry, what was the last?
But doesn't require any special permitting if it's 32 square feet or less.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've seen those around where they're just some sort of rack system where they have bundles, and you take a bundle and leave a couple bucks.
Okay.
No, if they were to have,
Yeah, blueberry stands or whatever.
if they were to have multiple of those and they were to go on for more than, I believe it's 6 weeks,
Yeah.
then it would be business and need
Right.
special permitting.
That's good.
I believe that would be under roadside stands.
Questions, feedback? Or motions?
This goes to the board. Correct. Make a motion for recommendation to approve. Alright. I make a motion, for draft ordinance, I guess there's no number on it. 2024.
One will be assigned when it's,
Okay. Make a motion for draft ordinance for home occupation, home-based business, for recommendation from the planning commission to approve to the township board.
Support. All right, we can do roll call vote on this one. Dave, yes. Jesse?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Casey?
Yes.
All right, that moves forward to the board. All right, next up, we have some township board minutes as well as planning and zoning report for April. Things to consider there, take a look at. We have no unfinished business. We will move into the new business, which I'm sure that's where most of our activity will be tonight. First up, we have SPR 24-06 at 2351 Holton Road. Tucker Benner Real Estate and Brooklyn Bagels Express. If you'd like to, someone like to step forward and just give us what you're looking for in this?
Yep. Yes, hi. My name's Trent Dyer. I own and operate Brooklyn Bagels.
We're here tonight to, we're looking to purpose the building that's previously there, the PNC Bank. We're looking to repurpose it into a realtor's office as well as a drive-through, restaurant. So as we're starting it out, we're looking to start off as just a drive-through only. I guess it's kind of how we're starting out, that we've submitted some of the paperwork that we needed to do. Hopefully we get some, what we needed there. We're not looking to change really anything in the building or what the building's been used for in the past. Basically just put some new occupancies in it. Spruce it up a little bit and make it better for everyone.
Shouldn't be any changes on the outside of the building, no changes in parking, no changes in drive-through. The changes will just be into the interior to separate the two spaces. I think you have those blueprints and those plans in front of you. There will be, like Trent said, there will be some sprucing up on the outside to make it look a little more modern. Get rid of this, get rid of that kind of thing, but. And at some point, we will come back for applications for signs, of course. But the drive-through portion is already there, the drive-through lanes are already there, so it just be a matter of really replacing the window and making some changes on the inside of the building to accommodate the restaurant portion. There won't be any cooking on site, all the cooking is done in the commissary on Whitehall Road. So that the products will be just delivered to this location and then distributed out the window. The lobby portion and the office portion will be occupied by real estate agents actively working in there during business hours, 7 days a week, pretty much.
Who's responsible for that divided road, the entrance? That's been a minefield for years. Is that, are you taking on that or is it?
Mr. Daniels owns that property and is 100% in charge of what happens to that property.
Who?
Mr. Daniels,
I don't know who that is.
I haven't met him either.
Okay.
He owns the property, but I think just over the past few years, I think the owner of Family Farm and Home and the owner of
Northside.
Northside Pub, as well as the bank, have kind of come together over the years, just kind of on their own side thing to get it repaved. And as you can see, it needs a better solution for the long term. But I believe it's a private road, from my understanding.
And he refuses to have the trees taken down. I remember that portion of it. He's pretty particular about what happens to it. So
He's taking a bunch of them out.
the trees that came out are from the front of the PNC building.
Yeah.
That's the owner that we're buying the building from.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the road. That's not Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, great. I think it shows a good location in, from the standpoint of commuter traffic going the right direction and the fact there's a light there.
That's the biggest.
Thank you very much, yes.
The light as well. And there's really not, if you're coming from, the Fremont side, Twin Lake side, there's really not a lot of options. If you're coming from Twin Lake to get to basically this side of town on the highway. So it caters to those folks as well as kind of off the highway too, so.
Sure, everybody from Bolton, all that way coming down in 120.
Have inside seating and everything. That's not the plan, no, it's plans to be just a drive-through only. We do plan to have a full menu and the full, just like we do basically here in North Muskegon or at our other locations.
The inside portion will be occupied by the real estate office.
Okay.
What will your hours be?
For our restaurant, we'll be open, well, I mean, to be totally honest, we'll be open to kind of the community's needs in a lot of ways, but standard will probably be open from 6 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what the other stores are. But like I said, if there's a bigger draw in the evening, maybe stay open a little later, and vice versa. If there's a bigger draw in the morning, maybe open a little sooner.
Yeah.
The real estate office will keep office hours from 9 to 5:30 weekdays until noon on Saturday. But of course, this will be coming and going at all times and all days.
Yeah.
Any more questions? All right, thank you so much. Looks like that's that. July of this year, goal.
Have you submitted a signed proposal to Stephen yet?
Not yet. We are getting estimates for stands now. I've talked to Steve.
Yeah.
He told us what possible.
I think the county and county through the DOT, I think can give you vehicle counts
Yeah,
opposite each time of the day. So you might find that sweet spot of shift changes or, you know, longer commuters and so forth.
Taking a left turn to get into any of those businesses in the morning is a nightmare. Just from experience.
Yes.
So it'd be nice to have a right turn option twice. I could do 2 right turns and back out.
correct.
The light makes the whole difference.
Yes.
Yes. You know, it gives you an opportunity, so it's, well, hopefully we'll get a little more traffic there too, you know, kind of liven that up. Hopefully we can get that driveway figured out at some point. 'Cause that would be the ultimate goal, is to get that old Orchard Lane kind of repaved in some way.
I think this is probably the best use of the building and the property that we can think of.
All right, anyone have any questions or? Like to make a motion?
Please, no, I was gonna say the same thing.
Make a motion to approve SPR 24-06 or 2351 Holton Road.
Roll call vote. Dave, yes. Jesse? Yes. Todd?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Casey?
Yes.
All right.
Finally.
You're welcome. Right, next up, we're gonna go into SPR 24-07 for 821 Holton Road, the new peak roof for vacant building. Someone here to speak on behalf of that? All right, Dave, if you want to go ahead.
Just looking for the roof on the building.
I'll stand up over here. I'm not able to vote on this one anyway. My legs. Saturday.
Got any concerns with this one?
It'll look better anyway.
Yep, back half of that building looks like it needs a little bit of help with that roof.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Yep.
has me in the little characters.
Any concerns or feedback or anyone wants to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve SPR 24-07 for 5821 Bolton Road as presented.
Support? All right, we'll do a roll call on this. Dave, yes. Jesse?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Casey?
Yes.
That is abstain. All right. All right, next up, we have a special use and site plan extension. Recognize you from before.
Right?
If you want to just tell if there's any updates or anything, is there anything just,
Really, it's the asking for the extension to start that build. We've been working on getting the business prepared on the back end, you know, getting all the site plan, getting financing, getting quotes and all of those things to bring it all together. So looking to hopefully start building in like August.
I have a question. I took a site visit, just drove in, drove out, but what's the story with that storage building on the power line
That's-
right away?
That's on the residential piece
Yeah.
of property.
Oh, that's your property?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, so that's that front where we will build our house.
Yeah.
And then the back, in the back is where the venue will go.
It just looked conspicuous. There's some belongings there that
Yeah,
ought
it's,
to be locked up, maybe, I don't know.
well, we have a security camera
Yeah, okay,
there, but,
yeah.
so everything in the shed is locked up, but you know, it's expensive to have a storage unit, so it was cheaper for us to buy the shed and put it out there and store our personal items there until we did.
Yeah.
we didn't see that the last time we'd been out for a site visit, and then this time when we went through, we were like,
Like, what happened?
I hope like that somebody
Well,
was,
they had raising, you know, storage, like $250 a month, I'm like, no, that's just my shed, but. So it will be used for residential, use.
Yeah.
That will be residential use.
Still looks beautiful. Valuable out there. That's my thought. I don't know. If you know what I mean, it's sort of out in the middle of
Yeah, and so we
partially
have that,
hidden.
so we have that, it's a cellular camera, so it alerts us and records every time somebody's out there. So I saw the white truck. Yeah.
That's what we thought.
white pickup truck.
Yeah.
Two old guys.
White truck.
There's a restaurant around here somewhere.
In all of your research, do you think that 76 spaces will be enough for 300 people? Do you expect that 4 people will come in each car instead of 2?
We're doing a max of 250. That's what Troy had said we could do.
Yeah,
That
that's-
many,
that's
like
true.
400.
Yeah,
But we're not gonna put people in the wedding venue, like in the dressing rooms, you know what I mean? So we're really using that one
Gotcha.
space, so it'll be a max of 250.
okay. But you have area on the site if you get
You can
overflow?
expand parking, yeah. Yeah.
What if during your first few events you get overflow? Is that something you can contain to the parcel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's tired. I'm glad he's doing it.
Yeah. All right, so no changes on anything, just an
No
extension.
changes, just the extension, yep.
And you said August is kind of the plan.
We're hoping for August, yeah. That's all of our, we're still waiting on the water, sewer, and road commission for that commercial entry,
Okay.
for municipals to get those business. It's got that DTE and consumers.
I forgot about, some of the details. I was curious, is there, you're not preparing food there, are you?
No.
So it'll be
No, there will be
caterers,
licensed
well,
Caterers.
caterers are gonna love you.
Yep.
Once you get,
Yep, and then we plan to work with
Once
the
we get rolling.
nearby businesses
Yeah.
to, yeah,
like, okay.
Already established contact with the florist.
some florists and, yeah. Local business.
Right, anyone questions, concerns? Motion?
Make a motion to approve the special use site plan extension. 898 West Road. SU 23-03, SPR 23-05.
Support.
Roll call vote on this one?
Okay, yes. Jesse?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Casey?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right, we have tackled our agenda for tonight. We get to the ending where anyone would like to do a
I make a
motion
motion to adjourn.
or all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Never an opposed.
Yes.
26.
Don't, wait, you'll just count it. One person, one matter.
At least not the seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
This is go
Did you guys have a good weekend?
We did. We were almost the exact same as last year. We added all those sites, so. The weather. Yeah, we were the same, well, we were the same number of like occupied, so. It was still fine, but the weather was not, did not help us. We had tons of last minute cancellations, like, oh, my rain.